Hey everybody, I'm going to do a real quick video here. I've been wanting to do this video for a while because, most of the time I do a video, like 99% of the time, everything that I buy that's sealed goes up. Because that's usually how it is. And Pokemon is the best way to increase your profits as far as buying something and letting it go up each year. Or sometimes every couple months, every 6 months. You got Pokemon, you got Dragon Ball, you got Vice Sword, and you got Magic. Magic I don't even want to touch. Sometimes I'll buy a few boxes here and there because it's such a good price, and I figure it's going to go up eventually, but I would stay away from Magic if you want quick gains. I buy things because I sort of get bored with Pokemon sometimes, and I buy some of the other stuff. Some things I like some of the anime that I watch. I'll buy things like World Trigger, because it's cheap right now, and it's been a disappointment. I don't know why. It's a great show. It's very, very underrated. But that brings me back to this whole video of Pokemon's biggest disappointments for now. That's what I'm going to call this. And let's start off the bat for the number one biggest disappointment for doing this whole video is these lunch boxes. These lunch boxes, when they came out, they were going from like $20 to $40 a piece. I bought a bunch. I think these are awesome lunch boxes. They're called collector chests, collector's treasure chests. I've done many videos of these. I have so many of these. I love the artwork on the front with this Charizard and Pikachu. That thing started to go up. And right after it started to go up, they made more of them. They made so many of them. You can still buy these today for what the price was when they first came out. And I think they're going to be a great investment, but they've been a huge disappointment because they've gone nowhere. And, say I put $2,000 into this, right? Just say I put $5,000 into this, right? If I put $5,000 into this, where I could have put $5,000 into Team Up, and it's been doubling every year. So my $5,000 into this would be $10,000. It'd be $20,000. So if I put $5,000 into that, it's worth $5,000. If I would have put it in a Team Up, it's worth $20,000. Same time frame. You see what I'm getting at? So this has been a huge disappointment. But you just don't know. You don't know what's going to go up. And I blame this on the greediness of Pokemon. They just printed so many of these. It's not that people don't want them. They just printed a shitload of them. They just kept printing them and printing them. And that's what happens sometimes. In Pokemon, they won't give you any print runs. They keep that stuff hidden for some reason. I just bought some Vice Swords. And the anime title is Time I Got Reincarnated as Slime. I'm gonna do a video on that. But just as an example, they reprinted some of the slime stuff because it was going for a lot of money, and they reprinted it. Guess what happens? The stuff that was going for like say $600 a box, goes down to $300 a box. And I wish these companies would quit doing this crap. Even Dragon Ball Super did it with Vermilion Bloodline. That box was going up and up and up. Then they reprinted it. They did a second printing, and they called it a reprint. It's not just a second printing, which Pokemon does, which I would prefer them just to do an extra printing and not call something a reprint. So it confuses everybody, just makes it more difficult for the hobby. But Dragon Ball Super did that too, because they're greedy. They wanted more money. They go, this is going up. We didn't make enough of it. Let's make some more of it so we can cash in. And that's what they did. They cashed in themselves, and they hurt the collectors. I wish they wouldn't do that. And that's why I don't buy any Hasbro toys anymore, because they just reprint the shit out of stuff. And they're ruining Magic. Hasbro is ruining Magic. They caught so much flack for the 30th anniversary, which I bought some of, and I'm glad I did, because that's going to go up. Anyway, back to the original thing of my biggest disappointments in Pokemon. I got two things. One is that, okay, almost 99% of the stuff that I buy from Pokemon, it goes up. It's a good deal. But once in a while, because of how much they make, there's disappointments like that lunchbox. Another one is one of my favorite things I bought a whole bunch of is these Marnies. These Marnie milk cartons. Marnie's awesome. I had a guy at Yu-Gi-Oh! player messaged me the other day. He's like, "Can you get this? Can you get this mat with some like Yu-Gi-Oh sections on?" I'm like, no, you can't, because he loves Marnie, but he plays Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, because she's a hot girl. You know. Anyway, so these Marnie lunch boxes, when they came out, they were $40. And then they instantly went to 80. They like went from 40 to 80. It wasn't like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It was like 40 to 80. Like within a week they doubled, right? But right now they're holding at 85. So her milk carton has been a disappointment. And why is that? Because they made a shitload more of them. When they saw that the price jumped, they just made a whole bunch of more of them, sent them out to distributors. Maybe the distributors are asking for more because they had none. Maybe that's what they do. You know, maybe it's their fault. I don't know. You know, there's too much crap going on for me to know everything, and I don't pretend to. So anyway, that's been a big disappointment. So there are things that sometimes I buy that I'm wondering if they're going to be a disappointment, like this Magia record. I bought a whole bunch of this because it was cheap and they have really nice cards inside. But this has finally doubled in price, so it's not a disappointment. But those guys are. So anyway, I just want to do a quick video showing you this and telling you this to let you know that everything is not always perfect in the realm of Magic. So I think these are gonna go up. You know, I'm gonna hold on to them. I'm not gonna like just get my money back and put it in something else. Because when the supplies of these dry up, and they will dry up, these things are going to shoot up. Because they're highly popular, they have great eye appeal, and they will go up in money, in price. Just the other day, I sold one of my Deoxys tins. You know, one of these tins like this. It's a Deoxys ES. It has like plasma, black and white, like plasma storms. It's got really expensive booster packs. I sold it for $360 because I've been spending a lot of money in on Pokemon, and I have a few of those, so I sold it and got some money back. How much did I pay for it? Like $90, maybe $100. So within a couple years, it tripled. Like I'd say maybe 4 years, maybe 3 or 4 years old, something like that. So it's doubling every year, every couple years. You can do the math. Anyway, Pokemon is still a good investment, and I sold it. It took me 5 or 6 days to sell it on eBay. That fast. I mean, I could have put a higher price and it'd still be there, but I put what the going rate was, which is about $330, something like that. $340, $350, something like that. $360. I forget what it is. I think the total is $360. Anyway, I'm rambling on. My point is, you buy something, you hold on to it, it goes up in value. That's how Pokemon works. As long as you don't open it. You open it, it's a different story. Opening things, you're going to devalue things. You might get lucky and pull something really great, but chances are you're going to devalue if it's vintage, if it's older, if it's sealed, believe me, just watch some videos of people opening things, and you'll see how much money they lose really fast. Keep it sealed. Talk to you later. Bye. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe.